All right, so we're gonna do a shout out to all Greek Cypriots around the world who grew up with these expressions. I'm gonna do direct translation for the non-Greek speaking population to get a little insight into our expressions. Shout out to all my friends all over the world, relatives in Australia, in New York, Dr. Livanis. How you doing? Huh? UK, Haringey, Fishpuri Park, Garo, Marketa. In Budapest, the Greek community there, Ege Shegedre, all over the world. Greek Cypriots is a bit like a rash. Once you get it, you can't get rid of it. We have a lot of expressions we grew up with. We heard our grandfather or grandmother, our parents saying them, and they're just hilarious. And my friend George encouraged me to make this tape because we do it when we go out for a drink, and it's just hilarious. And the final push that pushed me over the edge was a few days ago when we were in the pub with my friend George, and I heard a Cypriot next table was trying to chat up this Russian tourist, and he wanted to say to her, "You have nice skin," and all I hear him say, "You have nice leather." Nice leather. And I was like really trying not to laugh because it's typical. Direct translation in our head makes sense, but if somebody else is listening, it's all right. So let's kick this off. I wrote some down because there's just too many, and I think we're going to have to do a second show and a third one. I'll say it in English, the direct translation. You try to guess what the saying or the expression is before I say it in Greek. The first one, I'll start off with, your watermelon is losing. I'm going to do with the Greek accent because I think it's more funny to making with the accent. And because my watermelon is losing. So did you guess it? We say that to somebody which we don't think is 100% in the head. Also, if somebody says there is axe in Mitsero village, it means you need to go work for a living. Yeah, if somebody wants you to lend them money or do something for free, and they say, money to eat the chickens. I have money to eat the chickens, my friend. It's an expression the Cypriots say when they want to express how rich they are. They have so much money, even the chickens can eat. Λεφτά φίλε μου να φάνε τζικότες. Tell this to your brain is another expression used quite widely when somebody tells you something and you're like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. You say, yes, tell this to your brain, maybe your brain believe you. Έτσι είπε του νου σου. Let's keep going. I'm sure that you're picking these up and that you've heard them before. She eat him from tongue. Let's do this. She eat him from tongue. We say this about a chatty mother or a woman who won't shut up to her partner, and we say, well, she eat him from tongue. Another expression we have, black is the night, which is pretty straightforward. We say this when somebody is completely clueless. Black is the night, my friend. Μαύρη είναι η νύχτα στα βουνά, in the mountains. We have some expressions which I don't know where they come from. If anybody does, please add underneath, like the cucumber of Pingos. Now, who Pingos is and why he's interested in cucumbers? Angurin do Pingo. Another one on that kind of thing is the chicken coop of Panjaros. Who is Panjaros? I don't know. Το χάνι του Πάντζαρου which we mothers would say, your room looks like Tohani do Panjaro to their kids. Another one is Mariku from Lefkara village. When you say, who did that? I Mariku da Lefkara. Torch to burn you. We say this when somebody does something which we don't agree with, and we think that you should be punished for doing that. Λαμπρός να σε κάψει. Another one, when you're trying to pick up a girl or you're trying to be smart with a girl, she might turn around and say, have more smart ones your mother. It's an expression which they would say that you're trying to be smarter than you actually are. So the expression is in Cypriot, when a woman tells you, it would be, yeah, you might need to move on. Another expression that we have, which I don't think is fair, is dog crazy. We say this to people which we think are nuts. Shillobellos. I don't know where that comes from. A lot of mothers say this one. You break me. Pretty self-explanatory. You've busted her last nerve. Espasses me. Espasses me. Or go black dog looking. That's one I've heard very often. When you ask somebody something that he doesn't want to tell you or doesn't have time to deal with, he says, why don't you go black dog looking? I'm the mavroshillo irevke. Who doesn't have a brain has legs. Again, pretty straightforward. If you're not too intelligent, you might need to go and come more than once to get your job done. Another expression which my uncle used to say a lot is, if my grandmother had balls, she would be my grandfather. See if you know this expression. Ani sheni ayam chitka tadano bapuzmu. I guess you would say this if somebody tells you, well, if this was a situation like this and this, then this would happen. Yes, well, if this and all these ifs, yes, it would. I'm going to make you black from wood. Maybe not politically correct, but this is an old expression. All of these expressions are old. Like, we would say this if you're I'm gonna beat you up, or I'm gonna open up a can of whoop ass. Να σε κάνω μαύρο που το ξύλο. Far away raining, garamanya snowing. Far away raining, garamanya snowing is an expression when somebody's talking gibberish or he has no touch with realities, like out there. We say, yes, far away raining, garamanya snowing. Pera vreshi, garamanya shonizi. Another father Bible. Another father Bible. We say this when somebody, again, he doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. I mean, there's a story behind that. We'll cover it on another day when we do explaining of the different sayings. Another expression here we have, your brain is 1 pound. This is like one of those expressions we don't know where it came from. I don't know where it came from. If you do, please put it underneath. You say this to somebody when he's an idiot. We have a lot of expressions for people being idiots. Go figure. Give the crazy person a cucumber and he will tell you he's crooked. Give a crazy person a cucumber, he will tell you he's crooked. I think the English version, I don't think there is one. This is when you give somebody a gift, like a gift horse, and they look it in the mouth. I mean, δώσ' του πελού αγκούρι, να σου πει εστραώ. There is another expression, crazy priest baptize you. Crazy priest baptize you, we say when somebody is a bit more crazy than most people. Like I said, we have a lot of those, apparently. Τρελός παβάς σε βάφτισε. And who has flies? It's one of my favorite expressions. When you say this to somebody when they're bothered about a situation, and they say, well, you must have skin in the game, or for you it wouldn't bother you unless you had something to do with it, or it takes one to know one, something like that. Abushi muya muyas, who has flies. And I'll finish with one which is also one of my favorites. Cut your neck, or the long version is cut your neck with the ass of the bottle. And we say this to somebody when, you know what, none of my business, you know, not my circus, not my clowns, you deal with it. Κόψε το λαιμό σου με τον κόλλον της πότσας. We can go on forever, but I'll leave it here for now. Please comment underneath or give me your expressions, and we'll do another one. Yeah, y'all have a great day, have a great summer. Yasu from beautiful Kypros.